The Miami Dolphins signed Odell Beckham Jr. to a one-year, $8.25 million deal for the 2024 season. I'll discuss what that means and more here on the Matt Newton Football Show. Hey guys, welcome back to the Matt Newton Football Show. I'm your host Matt, and let's talk about the Odell Beckham Jr. signing by the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins signed Odell Beckham Jr., who's one of the best free agent talents still available on the market. The good thing about that for the Miami Dolphins is they signed a player who can now be the third wide receiver in their three wide receiver sets, who's explosive and has been a productive player for a long time in the league. The Dolphins add a player who can be explosive in the slot or on the boundary if needed. Odell Beckham Jr. brings hope that he can take pressure off of Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle, something that hasn't been done in Miami for the past 2 years. They also add injury insurance in case one of the top two wideouts go down or misses any time during the season. While the Dolphins have had flashes, they really haven't had a reliable third wide receiver in Miami for a long time. Another good thing about this for the Miami Dolphins is that it's a one-year, $8.25 million deal, but only $3 million is guaranteed. The other $5.25 million is based on incentives, and it has to do with really how the contract is structured. I think it's a great deal considering the Baltimore Ravens paid $15 million for one season for Odell Beckham in 2023. Now, we all remember Odell Beckham Jr. as being that wide receiver who made that amazing catch for the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys. He was the 12th overall pick in the first round for the New York Giants in the 2014 draft out of LSU. He's an amazing talent who ran the 40 in 4.3 seconds, and he still has those huge size 10 hands. He's still a gifted and talented pass catcher, and there's no reason why he couldn't have an outstanding season in 2024. But there's a but. Odell Beckham Jr. has had injuries dating back all the way to 2015. He's been injured at every stop in his career, which includes the New York Giants, the Cleveland Browns, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Baltimore Ravens. The most serious of which was an ACL tear he suffered in the Super Bowl while playing for the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. He took the entire 2022 season off while he rehabbed the ACL injury, and then he came back in 2023 and signed a one-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, even though Odell Beckham Jr. might not be quite the same guy he was with the New York Giants or even the Los Angeles Rams a couple years ago, he is still a top quality wide receiver that can add fear to the secondary. For the Dolphins to be able to add such a quality wide receiver to their already explosive offense is just huge. And even though OBJ only had just over 500 yards receiving last season, he was really the third option behind Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers in that Baltimore Ravens offense. He missed some time, but in limited touches, he demonstrated that he's still the explosive player that we've all seen through the years. Another good thing about the Odell Beckham Jr. signing is that he helps Tua and Mike McDaniel solve problems for the offense when the defense presents them with challenges such as double teaming either Jaylen Waddle or Tyreek Hill or even crowding the middle of the field. And by being dangerous in the slot, Odell Beckham Jr. can actually free up Tyreek Hill so he can play more on the boundary and stretch the defense to help the offense underneath the way he had done in the past. His signing also allows the Dolphins to run multiple formations on offense with multiple personnel packages. So Mike McDaniel really has a group of really talented pass catchers, starting with Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Jonnu Smith, and the recently signed Odell Beckham Jr. It gives them a lot of pass catchers who are used to making yards after the catch, which you know Mike McDaniel loves. They also have Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane, and the newly drafted Jaylen Wright, who I recently did a video on. Those guys are explosive with the ball in their hands, and they can take it to the house on any given play. How many targets can Odell Beckham Jr. expect to see in this Miami offense? It's hard to say because the newly added skill position players Jonnu Smith and Jaylen Wright will change the math. The combination of Braxton Berrios, River Craycraft, and Cedric Wilson Jr. combined for 94 targets for the Dolphins last season. I would say OBJ is likely to get about 80 of those 94 targets, or about 5 catches per game. Assuming a 75% catch rate, that's about 60 catches. With about 12 yards per catch, that's about 720 yards on the season for the number 3 wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins. That's excellent production coming out of that position. Adding any contributions in the end zone, maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns on the season, can be very impactful for this Miami Dolphin offense. I really like the signing of OBJ. Adding him with Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle gives them the most talented trio of wide receivers they've had since Mark Duper, Mark Clayton, and Nat Moore. And that was a long time ago. So to have these 3 guys on the field at the same time, especially if they all stay healthy for the season, will really do wonders for this Miami Dolphin offense. If they can stay healthy, and that's a big if with this group, including tight end Jonnu Smith, then maybe they can get over the hump and win a playoff game for the first time in 25 years. Who knows? Maybe they go deep into the playoffs and give the Dolphin fans dreams of them making it to another Super Bowl. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed this video, and share it with your friends if you can. And I'll see you in the next video.